everybody. Welcome to Hey, We're Talking. It's Friday. Notice I didn't say Friday. Oh, wait a minute. I just said it, Derek.
I know.
I saw somebody else on YouTube say Friday that I was surprised that they did it. And I was kind of like,
I'm a little disappointed in you for even bringing it up.
You can't help it. Sometimes you just got to say things that make you look silly, I guess. I don't know.
But Friday shouldn't mean anything to you or me. I mean, maybe to the normal working folk who have a Monday through Friday schedule.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm not a Monday through Friday guy. You're not a Monday through Friday guy.
No, you know, the funny thing is most of the stuff that I do for this show is on the weekend. I end up working on the weekend when Cheryl's off. But she likes that because she's one of those people that enjoys her solitude. She likes to read. She likes to watch a movie all by herself. Maybe she just doesn't like me.
I doubt it.
I do too. She's doing a good job if she's made it all these years.
I've been around you two. She adores you.
I know. We love each other. Isn't that nice? Hey,
it's nice.
Speaking of love, we're without one of our family members again today. No Bob.
Yeah, we're Bobless today. I'm sure I know we went into depth.
We did.
On his situation on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a tooth yanked out, so we definitely hope he's feeling better, feeling good now.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, maybe on Monday he can tell us about his tooth yanking. I don't want to go to. We don't want to talk about teeth too many weeks in a row, but I would like to get the details of what happened. Yeah. He said it was pretty painful. That's why he went. Is that the tooth was hurting him? You ever had a toothache?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really remember having an actual real my tooth hurts. But anyway,
we get people coming to the ER a lot for toothaches.
Really? And you go, hey, dentist is that way.
It's usually like Saturday night, and they're just like,
there's nowhere I can go.
You know,
y'all want to pull my tooth out?
So
they're probably looking for drugs.
But here's the thing, guys. If you have like a cracked tooth or you have a toothache or something like that, the ER is really gonna. I mean, we might be able to help you, give you a Toradol shot,
right?
Give you maybe a shot of antibiotics, and we'll tell you to go see a dentist.
Right.
Go to Walmart and get like this emergency tooth kit. It's like basically putty that you can put up there whenever you crack a tooth or a filling falls out. The pain is because air is being brushed up against that nerve.
Right.
This putty stuff plugs that up.
And then you
Perfect.
can go on cheap. Eating your tortilla chips and stuff. No, don't.
It'll save you $1,200 for visiting an emergency room.
Is that how much it costs to go to an emergency room?
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about the resources. Even though you got to have you got the facilities, you've got a nurse, you got the doctors, we got X-ray people, we got labs, all that equipment there. It costs money.
What?
It's
not free.
Even to tell you that there's nothing wrong with you, or even to tell you that we can't really do anything for you, it costs a lot of money to give you that information. So avoid a trip to the ER unless it's an actual emergency.
Yeah. Then go to the emergency room. Hence the name emergency room. That's what that stands for. ER. When you see ER, that means emergency room.
But on the flip side of the coin, if you're a nurse working the emergency room, don't start out the conversation with your patient. So what's the big emergency?
Yeah, try to have a little bit better customer service for that $1,200 you're about to get from them.
Customer service is big, unfortunately. I mean, it's kind of critical to how a lot of hospitals get paid through surveys, but I'm very customer service friendly. Can you believe that, Scott?
I can.
I'll be like, hi. I'm like, hi, my name is Derek. I'm a nurse. I'm going to be your nurse tonight. Come on in. Have a seat. What brings you in tonight? And
see, I like that. Next time I need the emergency, I'm going to book a flight. I'll probably have to take a car too, won't I? There's not an airport that I can get to you very easily. Where am I going to land? Where should I land?
Midland, Texas, and then 20 miles away.
Okay, then just hop in a rental car.
Yep.
Pull up. I'll say, Derek, I'm having chest pains.
Yeah.
Probably would have died on the flight there if I'm having chest pains. If it's
absolutely.
real.
If you're having chest pain, go to your nearest ER. Yeah. They will take care.
Okay. All right. So before we get too deep into the show.
Who wants coffee? Coffee? Anybody?
We're going to tell you to go to Numa Coffee. You know the spiel. You know how good this stuff is. Get on over there, PNEUMA coffee.com, and put in that coupon code HWT.
I'm making the coffee!
And you'll be telling everybody in your house you're making the coffee. Okay? So
go get 20% for that coupon.
20%. I didn't even say that, did I? 20% off. There you go. All right. So today, it's funny. Derek brought this up, and I was laughing because I just so happened to on my feed on YouTube. You know how they'll just put stuff up there for you to check out. Mm-hmm. I saw this thing, and it's this guy in the UK turning like one of those. You know, I'm trying to think of what they would call them. It's like it's a van, but it's almost like they're those newfangled ones that are kind of angled on the front and have a higher top. But he was turning
the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van?
Yeah, similar to those, exactly.
Yeah.
He turned it into a little, he's a little millennial and he's all excited about touring around Europe and stuff. So he just documented his whole thing of putting this van together. Now, I'll admit I forwarded through some of the parts because it gets a little too detailed. But I wanted to see the final product. And he made this really nice little thing where he had like a little queen bed in the back and had a place to wash his face and stuff. There was no shower or anything like that. But
yeah,
you said to me, hey, I've been watching these videos of people turning vans into like campers and stuff. And I thought it was so funny that now, did you stumble upon that or did it show up in your feed or what happened?
I've seen these before. I've seen these too. Like I watched, I stumble upon them like many months ago, just because I was interested in the tiny house thing.
Yeah, me too. Same thing.
And it's not like, me and my wife we're house people. We're big house. Medium house people.
Yeah.
And we're hotel people. That is what we are. All right. We are not going to be.
Don't you even love the idea though?
I love the idea. I think it's neat.
What about your wife?
My wife is never going to go for it.
Every time I say
go for it. And I don't blame her. But every time I'm like, let's watch this video about people living in vans. And she's like, I'm going to divorce you.
Yeah.
Stop watching this. And
Cheryl doesn't say that, but she's always like, we would hate each other. And I go, no, we wouldn't. She's like, I need to be able to have my space. And I'm like, babe, we could live on so much less. Just think of all the cool things we could do if we didn't have to spend so much money on a house. It doesn't work.
But it is neat. It wouldn't work for most people, but usually there's a lot of these channels out. There's a ton of YouTube channels about this, and it's usually a very young couple in their 20s. Maybe they have a dog.
Yes.
And there's certain vans that you can do, but you basically rip everything out the back of the van.
Yep.
The seats, the carpet.
All the way down to the steel, man. We're talking like all the way down. Nothing is left.
Yes. And they insulate the crap out of it.
Yep.
And they add wiring, they add solar panels.
Yep.
And then they build like a space to sleep on where you put your mattress, and underneath that is usually like for storage.
Yep.
And then there's still like the next half, and a lot of times they put in like a seating area or like a counter with like a sink, a fridge, and it's usually portable or small,
right.
Something that's
and everything has dual purpose too. So like if there's a seat, it's like up in the air, like it folds up or something, and then you fold it down when you want to sit down. It's like everything has a purpose.
Yeah. Now, most people take like not all of these vans have showers. I've seen a few where like they have a shower in there. Now,
how much room can you shower in a van?
It's tiny. It's a tiny space. It's usually like a 2 foot by 2 foot space. But what they do is they use that shower area to hang like jackets.
Yeah.
and toiletries and stuff. And then whenever they need to use the shower, and they also put like the little camping toilet in there.
Ugh.
So they actually use that whole space up
to drive
for
around
storage.
with your own poo in that little space. Is it only for pee?
I would say no. The camping toilet is definitely for taking a dump.
It's a compost toilet.
No,
no,
it's not. They're not always compost toilets, but they have like several. They have like a couple of tanks, couple of areas.
Yes,
I haven't gotten. I watched one where they briefly explain it. You do your business. And they and there's like a tank of water. They flush it down into the bottom, and you can empty it at any public restroom.
Okay, sounds terrible.
But supposedly it prevents. It's all sealed up so that there's no smell.
You just have to open all the windows on the van if you're going to.
But here's the thing, Scott.
Yeah,
most people don't use that. They don't. They just.
That's
use
only if you're like an emergency, right?
Yeah, a lot of people live in their van full time, but what they do is they get like gym memberships, like Planet Fitness or Gold. You know, any of those 24-hour gyms that operate around the country.
Yeah.
In most cities.
Yeah.
And so you pay, your $20-$40 a month. You have unlimited access to the gyms, and that's where these people they brush your teeth, they shower, they go to the gym. They actually, because they're usually, like I said, they're usually these young millennials, and they're vegans, and they're just trying to decrease their carbon footprint. They're just trying to go out and live their best life. # blessed. # van life.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah. Van life. That's a thing, man. By the way, we know somebody who's, I don't know how far he is into fixing up his van, but Benon, he's making his van all doodled up. He's doing stuff to it. I don't know if he's making a bed in it or not. We'll have to ask him.
Oh, that's
Anyway, that's Benon. I had to get that Benon drop in there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So the one that I want you to talk to me about is the one you haven't brought up yet. You said that there's someone who did something. This is unheard. I don't know how you would do this. So tell me about.
Okay.
First of all, say what the vehicle is.
Toyota Prius.
You can't live in your Toyota Prius, can you?
I saw a video of a guy.
I gotta find this.
He says he's been living in his Prius for a year. It's the hatchback.
And it's got like a bed?
He took out the seat. I think he took out the back seat, and he put like a twin size bed or like a something. He basically is able to kind of, because of the hatchback, he's using that space to lay down.
Stuff, yeah.
He's got just enough room for his feet, and he'll have a few things like he put like the hitch. The trailer hitch thing, he put like a small utility, like a toolbox on it, like a thing to put your storage thing on. And then he puts like a storage thing on the top of the car.
How does he,
along
if he doesn't
with,
have a house, how does he charge it?
He's got you get solar panels, and the solar panels
This sounds so
charge
stupid.
They charge a battery, and so you can actually charge like your iPhone. You can charge. He's got like a fan that he uses. He put vinyl. He put like that perforated vinyl on his windows because he was like the laws about tinting vary from state to state, so you can't just black out your windows.
Yeah.
But he put this perforated vinyl so you can't look into his car.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, he does that thing where he does his showering at a gym. They use public bathrooms. There's plenty of public bathrooms, rest areas. It's all, go to a cafe, go to a Walmart. You can go anywhere to use the bathroom pretty much.
They've got a whole entire website dedicated to this, Living in a Toyota Prius.
Yeah, it happens. And I guess they do it for various reasons. You can do it to lessen your carbon footprint, to pay less money.
Yeah. Well, you get to travel around too. That's the whole point. You're not just staying in one place, and you probably don't have to have a you can't probably have a traditional job. You're probably doing something that you're not making as much money, but the trade-off is you get to go around and do fun stuff. You get to travel around the country.
Yeah, maybe not so much in the Prius. I think the Prius would make it a little bit tougher. But the van, that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people can, do consulting. They can do web design, graphic design, computer programming. There's tons of stuff that you can do from home. Telecommuting.
There you
right?
Go. Yeah.
Telecommuting.
Yeah.
So people are. They're living in their vans, but they're going into their.
Are they living in a van down by the river?
Yeah.
Hey,
that should have been the number one. But yeah, living in a van by the river.
Matt Foley did not talk about living in a van down there by the river as a good thing.
No, he did not.
That was rock bottom for him.
But he probably didn't have it. He probably didn't have his van modified to his specific needs.
Yeah, for people that may be too young to remember this, there was a time where conversion vans were kind of the hot thing in our generation, but the seat in the back was like a bench seat, and you'd pull on it and it would flatten out into a little bed. You could sleep on it. There were little curtains on the window. My grandparents had a conversion van. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. But now you can turn it into a virtual apartment on wheels.
Yeah, and I love the idea.
Yeah, it does sound fun.
I think the idea is cool. I mean, there are a lot of jobs out there that are seasonal. There's a lot, a lot of these people do jobs as like bartending, or they'll maybe even go to Alaska and be a fisherman for 6 months.
Yep.
Or something like that. There's plenty of ways to do it. Some people do I think there's apps, right, where you can like download it and you could do jobs for the day. Like, hey, can you pull the weeds out of my yard for $50?
Yeah.
And like you can do that in like an urban environment and just hustle and do these jobs until you have all the money you need for the month, and then you're good to go.
Yeah. And a lot of these places, people that do this, if they're, like we're saying, there's a lot of people that are like younger people who are really concerned about the environment and stuff. And they'll just like I started watching this thing on Netflix. These guys got on motorcycles and they just drove around the country, and they just would tweet out, hey, we're looking for a place to stay or do some work for the day. Every place they go, they try and get a little job to make some money. They just tweeted it out, and all these people invited them to, do community garden work and all this different stuff. And they get the food they need and stuff. And it's like, if you really wanted to have an adventure and you have an adventurous spirit, you could do this pretty easily. I mean, the big money is making the vehicle you want to live in livable. That's where you're going to spend most of your money, is getting that up to speed.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the initial investment, and a lot of them recommend you buy a van brand new.
Yeah,
and then you can. It's a huge thing. The community of people that are doing this it's growing. It's becoming huge. I would imagine there are tens of thousands of people out there doing this, and there's companies that will they'll convert vans into, I guess they call them stealth vans sometimes, stealth campers.
Yeah,
because a lot of times, these people are staying in the city, and to stay at like a campsite, you're paying like what, $20 a night, $30 a night.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah, they want to stay in the Meijer parking lot.
They can stay in the park. A lot of times they do stay in like the Walmart parking lot, or they'll just go into a neighborhood.
Oh, that's so like creepy.
You can go into a residential neighborhood where there's vehicles on the street and you could park there.
No thanks.
But that
sounds terrifying. Fun. I'm just going to pull up in this neighborhood. And then if it's a nice neighborhood, the people are going to be like, Myrtle, there's somebody out front sleeping at our curb.
See, I think a lot of these, they make their vans look like commercial work vehicles.
Okay.
And sometimes they'll even slap logos on them.
Oh, my gosh.
Just to actually make them look like, oh, yeah, they're going to be doing some fumigation work in the old Johnson place tomorrow,
It's so suspect. Oh my gosh. Now it went to a different place, Derek. You took it to this very mischievous level.
I don't know. You're the one who got like, whoa.
I wouldn't like that. Somebody was parked out in front of my house, and I was like, what the heck are these people doing here? I'd call the cops on them.
Well,
5-0, man.
It depends on the neighborhood, how crowded it is.
It's true.
And where it is. Yeah. And it's funny, all these YouTube channels, it's always a guy and a girl.
Yep.
And they always name the YouTube channel like whatever, Eamon and Beck.
Yeah.
Rob and Allie.
Yep.
It's just.
There are a lot of YouTube channels that do this. I have seen tons of them. So, All right. Well, listen, we're going to wrap it up for today. Do us a favor. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click that like button. Hit the bell. And I don't know. Besides that, remember, anybody in Nebraska, send us an email. Hey, we're talking at gmail.com. We're big in Nebraska. We're killing it.
Yeah. We're huge.
We're huge in Nebraska.
Did you enjoy the conversation?
Yeah. Nebraskans, what do you think? Tell us what you think.
Oh,
you talking to me?
Yeah, no, I was asking you, did you like today's episode?
Of course.
Did you like the conversation?
I always enjoy having a conversation. There's not many of the conversations that we've had that I didn't enjoy.
That's good to know.
Okay. All right, listen.
Good to know.
Till next time, make sure you come back Monday. We'll find out. We'll get the blow-by-blow on Bob's tooth removal.
The blow-by-blow?
The grind-by-grind? I don't know. The tug-by-tug? The yank? I don't know. What do you want me to say?
The details.
We'll get the deets on Monday. Until then,